called to the booth. Aqib Talib here along with Harrison Sanford. Now, me being one of the kings of the pick sixes, they told me to pick my top 6 at every position. So that's what I did, man. We talking GOATs and baby GOATs today. Quarterbacks is on the list today. Paul, drop that beat.
Call to the booth, Harrison Sanford, Aqib Talib. We're getting ready for the fantasy football and football season, but before we do that, we're going to go through rankings of some of the best players in the NFL. One of the kings of the pick six, Aqib Talib, will help us break down the top 6 players at the most key positions in the NFL. Of course, we can get started with quarterbacks, but before we do that,
Aqib, hold on, Harrison. Before we do that,
yes.
Where are you, Harrison? Are you at 24-hour fitness in the personal sauna? Are you trying to get a quick sweat in before the show?
Yeah, I'm
Harrison, where you at, brother?
I'm trying to slim up for the summer, man. I'm trying to lose the water weight,
man.
trying to get ready for pool season.
Hey, 2 birds, 1 stone, baby. We're going to knock the show out, you know what I'm saying? Knock a couple pounds out at the same time, baby.
There you go,
You know
the multitask. No, in this virtual world, I'm actually back in New York. And you know, when you get to our ages, when you go home, it's not guaranteed you get a reserved space for you. So
okay, yeah, we got to make it work.
Gotta make it work for sure. But should be enjoying a great summer. Looking forward to doing this show with you as we go down through the rankings as we all get ready for football season. But with that being said, Aqib, let's talk about it before we actually get to the rankings itself. I imagine as a professional athlete, these rankings are like a gift and a curse. You see your name on that NFL Top 100 list, you kind of like, that's dope. At the same time, you're like, who this in front of me? So can you take me through your career and when you saw rankings, whether it was fantasy football rankings, top NFL 100 rankings? Obviously, we already talked about the draft. Can you talk about what vivid memories of getting ranked in different things around the media world? Well,
when you first see them, you initially rankings, you first tell yourself like, I don't give a shit about no rankings. It ain't nothing, right? And then you scroll on Instagram and you see some rankings. If you see your face on there, you're gonna check it out. You gotta check it out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see where I'm ranked at, who ranked in front of me, how I'm ranked right here. But I mean, me personally, man, I'm going to look at them. I'm going to look at them just because I want to know where I measure up to, you know, my peers, what the media think. If it's a player ranking, I want to know what the players think. That's part of my job, man. I want to know where I rank up amongst my peers, man. So I always paid attention to all the rankings. And some of them I liked, some of them I didn't like. It made me play hard. It made me want to be better.
Was there one ranking that really was a source of pride for you when you saw it? You were like, yeah, you're damn right.
Definitely. Top 100. That's the one, man. I think all the players in the league, you want to get on that top 100, man. And don't have a decent season and not make the top 100. Oh shit! Come on now, that's unheard of, man. So top 100 for me, man. I think top 100 for a lot of the guys.
For sure. Before we even get into those rankings where we'll be talking about quarterbacks, there's also something happening very soon on Thursday, rather yet. Madden 2021 is coming out, and you know everybody's excited for it. They teased the cover recently, and they put 2 GOATs in like the promo video, the teaser video. And that had us thinking, Aqib, and I know we're probably going to mention one of these guys. Who would be your GOAT and baby GOAT at the quarterback position?
Oh, that's easy. GOAT, Tom, baby GOAT, Patty Mahomes, boy. Easy work.
There you go. Easy. What about head coach?
Head coach, GOAT, Bill, baby GOAT. Tough. I want to say Sean, but Sean got to put a little bit more on the resume first. I guess he got playoff appearances, Super Bowl appearance. Man, we'll go Sean, man. Let's go Sean. Sean, baby GOAT. He hop on the scene, immediately look elite. So I'll go Sean McVay. Change the game a little bit.
Wide receiver?
Wide out. GOAT. Julio. Baby GOAT. DK.
There we go. And finally, and these are some positions we're going to do rankings for, obviously. Defensive back.
DBs. GOAT. Gilmore. Just because he got the, Gilmore got them years under his belt. GOAT Gilmore. Baby GOAT, Jair Alexander.
Okay. And then finally, when it comes to the Madden cover, what would you have done if you ever ended up on it?
What you mean? What I would have done?
Like, how would you have celebrated?
I would have turned up, man. That's a. They say it's a curse, but man, that's a blessing, man. You get to be on the cover of the game that basically everybody, every boy, girl, everybody who was in the NFL, they all played it. You get to be on the cover of that game, man. That's like history, man. So if I was to ever be on the cover of that game, I would have definitely turned up.
Would you have? Here we go. Would you have traded a Pro Bowl appearance for the Madden cover?
Oh, easy work. I got 5 of them. I'd take 4 of them in a Madden cover easy. Every day. Any day.
All right, before we still got to get to the quarterback rankings, but we have to talk about your former team and what Sean McVay said recently as of last week when he was speaking to the media. They asked him how he was doing, and he simply said he was happier. And a lot of people took that as a dig at Jared Goff. What did you take of that situation?
It definitely was a slight jab, slight jab. I mean, only thing that's really changed is JG and Matt Stafford. So you gotta take it as a little jab. But I mean, hey, if he happier, man. He honest.
For sure. All right, now let's go to the quarterback rankings. Before we get to that, I want to know your biggest challenge when you were putting these together.
Biggest challenge putting these rankings together. Just that it's only 6. We only picking 6. And once you get the first 3 is probably the top 3 is the top 3. But once you get to 4, 5, and 6, man, it's a couple guys who could be in there who not on the list. But that's always the hardest part, man. Just the guys you're going to leave off. You know what I'm saying? You're going to leave some guys off. So that's always the hardest part, man. Some guys going to get left off, man. But, you only can pick 6.
All right, Aqib. So Josh Allen comes in at number 6. He was my MVP last year, but came up as MVP runner-up. How did he hit your spot at number 6?
One of the young guns in the league. He in the playoffs, man. He just about to turn that corner. So I think just his skill set, man, the running, along with the arm, along with the leadership, that gets you on the list, man. So he number 6 in my book.
What was the one thing when you looked at the tape and when you made this evaluation that made you think, okay, maybe he can get, what does he need to do to potentially get higher than who's at number 5?
Just beat some of them guys, man. Just beat the guys in front of you. If you beating the guys in front of you, you going longer in the playoffs, man, then you better than them. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that in my book.
So then that's going to cause a little bit of how would I say this? A little bit of conflict when I looked at number 5, because number 5 hasn't really done too much in terms of playoff success. And some people who are listening to the show might say, Aqib, you're showing a little bias, but it is your rankings. You're entitled to put people who you want there. Can you let us know who's number 5?
Dak. I'm gonna put Dak at number 5, man. I feel like Dak is a little bit ahead of Josh Allen, man. They turning that corner. They turning that elite corner. Once they get around the corner, that's elite company around there. So, man, the performance Dak put on before he got hurt last year, and then personally, just me, my one game I played against Dak in the playoffs, man, I felt real leadership. I felt a guy turning that corner, man. This quarterback I'm playing against right now, he's not doing dumb stuff. He's not losing the game for his team. So I'm a Cowboys fan, man. I watch Dak closely, man. So in a matter of time, a year, maybe this year coming up, maybe the year after that, soon, Dak going to turn that corner, man. He going to be with that elite company.
Dak, in the beginning of his career, was a lot of Zeke Elliott for the Cowboys, but you see really Dak has elevated his game so far, coming off those early Zeke Elliott years with that offensive line that they have there that's been spectacular so far. I look at the rest, yes, and I look at your quarterback rankings here. I would venture to say that Dak has the best without spoiling who's coming up, Dak might have the best trio of wide receivers for an elite quarterback. Am I right about that?
Maybe. I can't say that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't say that, man. I'm looking at the list. Hey, my number one quarterback got a nice 3. My number 2 quarterback got a nice 3. My number 4 quarterback got a nice 3. So I don't know. I really can't say that.
I will say he probably has the best running back.
Yeah, he probably got the best running back.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, he got the best running back. So.
We can agree on that one. With that being said, eventually we're gonna get to him. All right, give me who you got at number 4.
Number 4, I got Russell Wilson. I put Russell at number 4, man. He already done been there. I think once we get to number 4, we kind of around that. We around that corner, man. These are the elite quarterbacks in the league right now. I think you put them with the worst team in the league, that team will be one of the best teams in the league immediately. You know what I'm saying? In one season or 2 or a half a season, in them last 8 games, that team will look totally different. So these are them type of quarterbacks, man, guys who got championships, guys who played in big games, man, guys who we know, it's no question mark. We know they can get it done, man. So number 4, I put Russell.
When you look at what Russell Wilson did last year, that let Russ cook movement really took off for a while, and then it kind of tapered off in the second half of the season. What were your impressions of first half Russell Wilson, second half Russell Wilson?
I mean, it's a team. Football is most team-oriented sport, so it's not just going to be Russell, but when the whole team is there and healthy, you see what Seattle can be. But, man, they had a bunch of injuries, man, O-line, running back, a lot of key positions, defense as well, man, a lot of key positions. They had guys go down. So that's football, man. That's the beauty of football, man. It's a team game. So you probably you as strong as your quarterback. Your team going to be as confident as your quarterback is. But you're going to be as good as how healthy your team is.
All right, so at number 3, it's Aaron Rodgers. And I imagine we know who's going to come up after him. But there's been a lot of discussion, Aqib, that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented, before Mahomes came in, that Aaron Rodgers was the most talented quarterback in the league. Would you agree with that? Obviously, talent does not guarantee success, right? So there's like a balance between the two.
Right. That's just one little piece of it. How talented you is, that's just one little piece of, that quarterback mix. Got to have some talent in there. But most talented, I can't say that, Harrison. I can't say that. If I'm going to say who's the most talented quarterback, I'm definitely going to say Patrick Mahomes, man. Just what he could do with his arm and what he could do with his legs. I got to say Patrick Mahomes, so I can't say that.
48 touchdowns last year, 5 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers was absolutely spectacular, but coming off that disappointing loss in that NFC Championship, what can they do to make it better for him in Green Bay? Obviously, Devontae Adams is a monster, and of course, it's going to be no surprise that you're going to see him in that top 6 rankings when we get to wide receivers. But what can they do to make sure he hosts another Super Bowl trophy? It's almost a shame that he doesn't have more under his belt.
I mean, it's hard, man. Just show you how hard it is, man. It's not easy to just go win a Lombardi. Like, teams don't wake up like, hey, we're going to go win a Lombardi this year. Like, it just don't work like that, man. You got to, like I said, you got to be healthy. You got to vibe. And I think if Green Bay want to do it, man, they better make them happy first, man. So whatever it is that got them out of the building right now, they need to fix that to get them back in the building so you can have a chance to win, because you can't win if A-Rod not in the building.
Yeah, what's been interesting, too, is you've seen the players kind of take his side, right, in the media at least. What did you take of that as they've gone through this public kind of dispute? That Jordan Love thing has really upset the apple cart. And I don't know how they managed to upset that man.
I mean, the CEO or whatever he is, he already said that A-Rod kind of split the fan base, man, and A-Rod can do that because he's almost like the head coach. It's like he been there so long, he done been so successful. There's some fans there who just like the team just because of A-Rod, and some players there who really respect A-Rod. So I could see it. I could see how that happened, man. I could see the locker room, the fan base, everything being split. Half people liking what A-Rod do, and half people not liking what he's doing right now. So I definitely could see that. I
kind of want to be Jordan Love because it'd be nice to be an NFL player, but I really don't want to be Jordan Love.
That's a tough spot, man. That's almost like a Cam Newton spot, whoever, man. You got to follow that act. That's going to be tough to do, but hey, somebody got to do it.
Yeah, that's a Jameis Winston spot.
So, yeah, Jameis Winston type, one of those type of situations. But hey, somebody got to do it.
All right, and let's get to the obvious. We all know it's between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. What was the deciding factor between putting one at 2 and one at 1? I'll let you take lead.
Hey, the head-to-head in the biggest game there is, man. So Tommy got that dub. Tommy number 1, Pat Mahomes number 2, and just same like I said for number 6 at Josh Allen. Just like I said for them, man, it's gonna come down to that head-to-head, and the bigger the game, the bigger the W, right? So Tom get the number 1 spot, man. Like I said, I'm never betting against Tommy ever again. You know what I'm saying? So number 1 is the GOAT. Number 2, it's only right, the baby GOAT.
Well, when you factor that in, all right, so you said that Patrick Mahomes is the most talented quarterback ever, and you and I both watched that Super Bowl. I would venture to say that you would not put that loss on Patrick Mahomes, and you would also put that win, potentially, on the Tampa Bay defense.
Nah.
So when you would not. Please explain.
Hell no. The loss is on the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. It's on you too. I mean, you part of the team. It's some of them players where they dropping linebackers at 12 and the DBs even deeper than that. You could throw it quicker, get the ball out, let guys catch and run. I bet when Pat Mahomes, the type of competitor he is, I bet you he rewatched that Super Bowl and he like, oh, I could have did this. If I would have did this, we would have won. If I would have did this, we would have won. So that's what type of competitor I am. It's always on the quarterback, man. It's always on the quarterback. And then as far as the other side, I don't think it was just that defense. Tommy ran the hell out that offense, man. He ran the hell out the system. He did everything perfect to win the game. So he didn't make no mistakes. He extended plays when he had to. He threw dimes when he had to. So Tommy was a super big part of that. It wasn't just the defense. The defense did what they had to do. But Tommy was definitely a huge part of that dub.
I guess that's something that the term game manager always gets a negative connotation when it comes to quarterbacks, right? Because you think of the quarterbacks who don't really have throwing talent. You call them game managers. But being a game manager at Tom Brady's level with actual talent is a real asset, I would say. It seems like you're trying to make that point.
At any level, man, we you know who start quarterback for the North Dallas United Bobcats? Our best game manager. Who can manage the game without getting rattled, without crying, without forgetting what I told him? Who can manage the game? That's who we put at quarterback on our 8-year-old team. So from 8-year-olds to the NFL, you got to be a game manager to be a good quarterback.
And in the last part here, and you alluded to it, and I'm speaking for more of the media coverage after the Super Bowl, right? Because there was no negative Patrick Mahomes storylines, right? It went straight to offensive line. It went straight to how great the Tampa Bay defense was. I wonder for you as an NFL player, or when you were playing, did those narratives kind of bother you when it seemed as if the loss was never put on the team? It was put on maybe because media plays favorites, and this is not negative commentary about Patrick Mahomes, but the media plays favorites, so they decide, okay, we're gonna put the loss on this. We're going to put the loss on that. Did you ever get upset about the way losses and wins are covered and who gets praised at the end?
I mean, I don't really get upset about it, but I mean, it's the nature of our business, man. Somebody's going to take the L's, and somebody's going to get the credit for the dub. So, I mean, they got to do it. They got to do it in some way, some fashion. So, I don't really get upset about it, man. But I listen to it, I hear it. I might have something to say to the TV real quick, but mad? Nah, never.
There we go. All right, before we get out of here, I know it was hard to just pick your top 6. A couple guys, and they don't have to be in order.
I had Lamar. Definitely had Lamar, man. I think he in the car. He right behind Josh Allen, and I think for Lamar it is just beating them 2 guys, man. You got them 2 guys in the AFC. You got Josh Allen. You got Pat Mahomes. Get your victories up against them guys, and you will see how the Ravens go past the Bills and the Chiefs. So Lamar right there, man, and definitely I had Deshaun as well. Deshaun putting on a clinic his first 4 years or 5 years, however long he been in the league. He putting on a clinic too, man. And if he's able to beat those same 2 quarterbacks, and if he's able to beat Lamar, he already beaten Lamar. So once he's able to beat Mahomes and Josh Allen, then he'll creep up in that top 6 too, though. But I think those guys, the next 2 cars right behind Josh Allen, those guys right there, Not quite turning that corner yet, but a little more gas, they'll be around that corner.
I just wonder, Aqib, Deshaun Watson would have just found a way to weasel into that 6th spot if he was wearing a different jersey. Maybe an orange crush jersey maybe you might have been more favorable to his ranking.
Well, not everything, all these rankings have to do with February and prior to February. So it don't really matter who he played for right now. He still would have been right on the outside looking in.
Okay, fair enough. And then, okay, so we looked at your top 6. You named 2 guys that have a chance to get into that top 6. Give me a younger quarterback, not saying that it's likely, but most likely to get into that top 6.
Well, I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence just because his history, man. If you've been that talented, that good all your life, I'm going to bet with you to be good on this level too, man. So, and I think the support system he have around him is going to be perfect. They're going to keep adding weapons. They got money to spend. And it's Florida, man. Guys don't mind going to play in Florida. So I think if I had to pick any one of these young guys, like year 2, maybe year 3, I might go Herbert in L.A. because he put on the clinic last year too, man. He might be one of the young guys, but without even seeing Trevor Lawrence, I think he's going to come put on the same type of show that Herbert put on in L.A. So I'll go one of those 2 guys.
Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, 2 guys who are obviously did not get paid yet. So it's an opportunity for those rosters to really put some talent around them because you're seeing it with Russell Wilson now. Once they start getting that paycheck, changes what they could put around them in the system. Obviously, everybody's restructuring their contract, but it makes it a lot more difficult. For sure. Definitely. And then I mean, man, you look at what Tom Brady has. You're like, wow. He's still making bank and he's got that talent around him. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. All right, when we come back for our next show, we'll be breaking down Aqib's position, defensive backs. Who's the best ones? Who's the ones going to creep in? You know you got to tune in with one of the kings, as he would say, one of the kings of the Pick 6. Aqib Talib, I'm Harrison Sanford. This is Call to the Booth. Our Pick 6 series will come back next week with defensive backs.